All right, I have no idea how this is gonna sound. We are out at this pond. Of course, when I came over, there was an absurd amount of ducks over here. So I actually have no idea if I just scared off all the fish that was over here. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. And we're gonna kind of hope to God that we don't do too much of stupid shit. Figure out this whole like setting everything up and all, and so I would still say I'm very new to this. I think that works. It's not the best angles. It's kind of fishing. Now that's much better. There we go. All right. Get everything started. Start by getting the rod holders set up. Well, I guess I should, starting with the rod holders, might as well try and find the fish first. I'm realizing y'all can't see me. If there's anyone even in here. There's not. Alright, well, we're gonna bring this closer. I have no idea what will make a good angle and what will not. So some could say I'm experimenting. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm kind of just experimenting for now, but I'm trying to figure out a good way to get everything set up. So let's see. No idea if that's going to be seeing the poles or... Yeah, it's got it there. All right. We are going big, but not always does big bait catch big fish. And so, oh my gosh, this got tangled. Although I may be fussing around and throwing a little screwed up shad wrap that I've had for a long time. Ugh. I have now come out to this exact same spot maybe 5 times now, and I have missed, hello everyone, I have so far missed 3 massive grass carp. And actually, I think earlier this month, I came out here and ended up hooking into on my little lightweight pole here. I barely had enough line on here to even handle anything big. I wasn't expecting to actually hook up, and hooked into probably one of the larger grass carp in the pond. So about 15-20 pound fish on 8-pound test. So I have no idea how long this is gonna take, because when I got here, there was maybe about 50-60 ducks all right in this area. So I'm hoping to God, oh, we're starting to get something feeding already over here. I'm gonna see if, I'm gonna pull out the bag of already used corn. I don't have much but should be enough. I'm not gonna be out here for too long. Got some bluegill already coming by. Hey, fools. Actually, one of those is red ear. May try and catch you, fool. Don't get any red ears back in Minnesota, so also would be nice to not get these guys feeding on the corn, because we're using this frozen sweet corn to go catch ourselves 40-inch long, 20-pound grass carp. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I'm gonna first see if I can't get the fish to start feeding. Last time I was down, or not the last time I was down here, but the first time I was down here this year, I ended up yeah, nice try there, pal. You gotta finish that phrase. You're not gonna stop me. I'm too motivated to catch these fish. I've failed this 3 times now. And I'm not even saying like I've come out here 3 times, but I've come out here maybe 5 times, hooked up 3 of those times, and lost them. So no English or Spanish shit's gonna screw me up this time. The one downfall is turtles. I ended up getting a massive turtle over here one time. It'd be nice to avoid. The one downfall in this world, ducks. I don't like birds enough when I'm fishing. I've tied on this very simple Carolina rig. One of my biggest mistakes was not adding a bead between the knot and the 1 ounce, or typically when I'm on rivers I use larger, which sucks because then you go out and you end up hooking into a big fish, and then you get too much tension on that knot and the knot will snap. And I've lost 20-30 pound fish that way as well. I've done that once out here. It was so close to landing about a 25 pound grass carp, and I tied a really shitty knot. But that was last year, and I personally believe today might be the day we get it. We finally get a grass carp. We'll see how this goes. I'm not liking how many ducks are not afraid of the fact that I have a big hook. It's actually not a big hook. It's a fairly small hook. But I'm not liking the idea that these guys are not scared of people, so we will see how this ends up going. It would be nice if I can avoid getting ducks like crazy. I'm mostly just going to be chilling out here. It's a little hot, so thought I might as well keep myself occupied and try a live stream, since I do know that when I get back home to Minnesota, I'm probably going to be doing some stupendously early morning or stupendously late live streams, because that is when I'm going to be trying to get my name in the record books, and I'm going to be trying to get a state record fish. So we'll see how that goes. I actually found a pond with guppies. I've got a couple things I could probably use to get a guppy, but unfortunately I don't have them in this pond. That'd be a cool video though, catching a guppy out of a Tennessee pond. Let's probably cast this. That's probably a little too cool. I know that they typically sit in this cove, so I'm probably gonna, we'll put this over here instead. grab some bells really quick. Got a bite alarm then. You all do not understand. I am a sucker for these things right here. These are bells, and they do great for when you're bottom fishing and you're just sitting around, so just walking around waiting for a fish. So I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear anything, but it'd be really cool to be able to get first off a really good fish on here so that you guys can end up hearing that bell go. And then also personally for me, because I love using the bells. I'm excited for this fall. And what kind of guppies? Basically all different kinds. Typically just your typical assorted guppies. I already got a good hit, although I think that was either a bluegill or a turtle. Probably a turtle. But I can assure that either, if that was a grass carp, I think the bait's gone. Well, okay, that was very quick start. All right. First bite of the day. I may go check that in a moment here, because if it was a turtle, I'd probably take it right off. I may go tie on one of my small spoons and cast that around. And tie that on my ultralight and see if I can't get a bass or something. Well, the reddier sunfish in here are tempting. There's a few really good sunfish in here. Okay, maybe not super good, but like it best if you leave my shit alone, bro. Go. That is probably a bit too far, but that should work. There's definitely something that's been playing with the old corn over here. I'm thinking it's a turtle. God damn, you're a big sunfish. I'm gonna try and get you to bite. What are you in the mood for, buddy? You're so close, I bet I could probably just jump on top of you. I catch bullheads all the time. Actually, when I go up north for my, hopefully my state record fish, I'm hoping that I can catch some bullheads. Because back up in Minnesota, you can't use sunfish for bait, which I personally believe is stupid, because Minnesota's got too many of them. Oh, hold on. I'm hearing those. I'm hearing the bells. I'm hoping to go get some big bullheads. Next time I probably stream, I'll either still be down here because I had fun doing this, which I already kind of am, or when I go up north, where I will be trying to get big bullheads to use as cut bait. It'd be nice if Minnesota would change their laws on bait, because for a fisherman like me, I don't want to have to go spend like 50 bucks every single time I go out fishing on bait, because that starts to add up and that starts to get really, really expensive. And I particularly do not have that money. So, personally, Minnesota would change their law on that and allow sunfish to be used, even if it was like a size thing. I have not caught anything yet, but I also like just got here. Got here about 15 minutes ago. Got my first pull out about 10, which I may have to go check it because there may be a turtle fucking around with it. And if that's the case, I probably don't have any bait on there anymore. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening and all with this and all. But do you guys want tube jellies or what? I'm probably gonna see about passing the time by catching some sunfish. Which, I mean, a lot of people are just like, oh, why are you gonna waste your time catching sunnies while you're out trying to catch big fish? It's a way of passing time. and then if I don't catch any big fish, I can say I still caught something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, I guess what I could try. Actually could try this. Hold up. This may be stupid, but I'm gonna try it because plot twist, I bet I could get a fish off of this. So we'll see. I've got quite a few fake worms, and so I may end up just using some of these. I didn't bring any worms with me today because it is way too hot. If I was to bring them out, they'd probably be melted. I'm gonna be out here for probably about an hour or so, maybe a little bit over an hour. It is 2:12, so yeah, probably about an hour. I gotta be home by 4, which is reasonable because it is so fucking hot out. At least I've got shade for the most part, and the sun's being blocked by clouds for now. But the current feels like temp is that of about, I think it was like 102 last time I checked. But we will see what happens. Hopefully the fish don't mind the warm temperature. They don't seem to, it just means that they're in shallow. These turtles definitely do not seem to have a problem with it. Because you guys are just cruising around. You guys think I'm about to go feed the whole pond. I'm starting to think I may need to go chuck out some more corn. But really, dearie? Anyway, we got small little fake worm that I'm going to be throwing on this small hook, which this is typically a bait hook. This is probably what I would end up using if I had actual worms, but I don't. I left them at home on purpose too, because it is just way too hot to have them out in here. It'd be $5 wasted, personally. Even from Walmart, which is $4. Let's see if I can even catch something on this, though. Maybe a bit too large of a hook for such a little piece of worm, but we'll see what happens. I'm seeing fish over here, so I mean, as long as they're not the most intelligent things on the planet and they're kind of foolish, I should be able to catch something pretty quickly and get some action before I end up hooking up into an absolute hell of a fish. What I have found out with these grass carp is usually it takes maybe about an hour or so before I end up getting, these sunfish are starting to check out the worm. I'm not sure if they're gonna end up biting it though. That's where my worry is that they're gonna be hesitant to bite it because it's not an actual worm. It's not squirming around and stuff like that. But typically out here it takes about an hour before before you get a grass carp to come around, although sometimes you can get them even faster, which it would be nice if that would be the case. But if that's not going to be the case today, that is fine by me. We will see. We'll see if we can't get one to come around a little bit faster than in just 5 minutes. So I may just do something stupid and leave this out and then go tend to one of the other pools. Yeah, actually we're gonna just leave it out. Actually, no we're not. I just got a bit. Oh. So I'll just leave that there. Hopefully grass carp decides that it's not going to take the fake worm. Because last time I was down here I ended up hooking into a grass carp and nearly dragged my pole in the water, so. Still got the corn. Now I just need to hope to God I didn't pull it out from the very front of a good fishy's face. That would suck. Because that would probably mean I scared it off. Which would be a shame. I think that's good. We're gonna see if we can't get it back out there. I may try free lining this next if I can't get something. Just take off the bobber and free line it. I swear I'm about to end up pulling the whole typical fisherman comment and pull the whole here fishy fishy. Stupidest part is that like half the time it actually works. A little bit of intuition though. It's nice to get out here though. I'll take the heat over being kept up inside. Although after a little while, then it feels nice to be inside. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the channel where I am struggling to even get a bluegill. We're gonna try rooster tail. Whoa! Really? Y'all are stupid. That is the bobber. The Okay, you guys may not be the brightest fools in the world. Why are you guys attacking the bobber so viciously? Good Lord. Hold up. I actually have an idea. Because if they're going to be that aggressive over the bobber, I have another idea then. Why not just get rid of the bobber and just use the worm? The fake worm. They're all being really aggressive though. These guys are real hesitant. I wonder if part of the problem is that it doesn't have any scent to it. Oh, got one. Actually, shit, that's a really good fish. Okay, maybe it's not really good, but it is a bluegill. First catch of the day. This little guy. Not bad. Not my biggest bluegill ever, but not bad. I'll take it. Here, actually, hold up real quick. I'm about to try something. I think that works. Alright, well, time to let this guy go. Goodbye, bud. Thanks for the fight. Alright, so the free lining idea did work. I may sit here then, and while I wait for... Whoa! Strong fella. Actually, I think that's a bluegill red ear hybrid. Oh, nope. Well, hold up. Yeah, I think this is a bluegill red ear hybrid. I don't catch many of these guys. There's another. Take a picture with this. There's another one. I'll get better at using the camera stuff the more I keep doing this, but yeah, a little hybrid sunfish. Almost instantly after the other guy. I think I got the free lining part down. Alright. They're really aggressive. They're hitting whatever lands in the water. So, okay, I'm not sure about whatever yet, but well, that wasn't a good cast. Whoa. There's another big one. That's all I'm getting out of here now on these. Let's not do that right now. I've got a fish in my hand. I don't think that was a grass carp. That was barely a take. But here's another one. Here's a little bluegill. Not a bad fish, actually, at all. So, yeah, not bad. This guy's about 7 inches, 7.5. I should probably grab my hand towel instead. Okay. right. Here's the old net. It's actually very new. It's a very big net, meant for big fish. Because I have done enough bank fishing without a net where I feel perfectly fine catching fish of 5, 6, 7 pounds without a net. So I was getting bites and I didn't even mean to have the free-lined worm in the water. Oh, missed him. Oh, he's gonna make it back in the water. Well, that was the 4th fish of the day. We're starting to catch. I'm kind of just sitting right here. They're all really aggressive. This free-lining method is a really good method that a good friend of mine had taught me with free-lining. And we would end up catching 30, 40 fish in a matter of, or individually, we would end up catching about over the course of half an hour, we'd end up catching maybe 30, 40 fish. And sunfish are aggressive, which is the nice part. Caught a crappie doing it too. This is pure red ear, I'm pretty sure. Nope, I think this guy's a bluegill red ear, but I may be wrong. Bluegill red ears and red ears, I just can't do it. I struggle to tell the difference. But there's another fish. I'll get better at taking pictures on live. That I will be for sure of, but yeah, well, guy. He says hi. That is fish number 5. 4 with pictures. They're all not bad, actually. There's a lot of smaller ones in here. This is the first cast in like 15. I haven't gotten a bite in. I'll have that wrapped around the top, do I? Okay. I think these guys are starting to learn my trick. Oh. Oh. That was a good red ear sunfish. That was a good sunny. Like that. Although that last guy was a bit bigger. Also, this guy's a bluegill, not a red ear. Ow. Let's not be stabbing anyone there, bud. Let's not be doing that. Another little guy. Not very big, but I mean, could be worse. Okay, a little bluegill. My phone is starting to get very heated. It's starting to get very warm. Man, that's what she said. I think that was number 6. 5 or 6, something like that. I think these sunnies are starting to move. Whoa! Whoa, there's a big bass. I didn't see him till last minute. Like a 15, okay, maybe not mega, but 15, 16 inch bass. I would take a 15 to 16 inch bass. I have not caught many bass this year. Been busy catching everything else. Whoa! I just had a mini grass carp hit. Damn it! Nothing on corn, and then go figure. I get a tiny little grass carp of maybe about 20 inches. So that's about a 4-pound grass carp. Come around and take the damn hook and worm off. Guess that's what I get for not expecting it. I'm using 4-pound test for this. So I mean, if I end up hooking into one of the big ones, I'll probably be crying all the way through the fight, praying to God that don't snap off on them. Well, grass carp decided to take a free-lined worm. I was being pretty aggressive with it too. Kind of shocked that that guy ended up coming around and deciding to eat it. One of my favorite methods into how I've hooked into grass carp is using bread and surface fishing bread and getting the grass carp to come out that way, because then it's really easy to be able to find where the grass carp are. And so if you can find them that way, then it's really easy. Then it's easy peasy. But I end up doing the same thing. I've got a few more of these small little worms. I may have to somehow find where I found these. I got these in like a mystery pack. It was really weird. I don't know who it came from. It just was a small little package that I know no one in my family bought, full of little lures like this and all, and couldn't tell you how I managed to get a hold of it, to be honest. It was all packaged up, sent to the right address and everything. It was weird. I guess with the bluegill eating now, I guess that's calling other things over. Like that mega reddier right there. Hold up. Really, you're gonna hit it and sprint off? I don't want a turtle. Where are these sunnies heading? Where are they going? Sit there for a sec. Whoa! Really? What was that about? Big bass just came over here. Came out of nowhere. Now that I can confirm is 100% a red ear sunfish. Oof. Strong fella. Nice little guy. Beautiful patterns on him. A lot of people from the north sometimes, when they catch one of these, will end up getting all mixed up because of those spots on their bodies. People will start thinking they're pumpkin seed. We don't have red ear sunfish up in Minnesota though, so anyone who claims to caught a red ear sunfish up in Minnesota has probably got a finger up their ass too. That or they're just not 100% on with their identification, but sunfish are complicated, so. Add a little more line. Just a bit farther. are like turtles bumping across the line or something. Not seem to be very tight at all. Go. Get better. I probably shouldn't because it's risky. Oh, now I see it. Now I understand what's going on. There's an entire army of sunfish over here. Although I'm starting to think they caught on to the whole free lining the worm trick. That was all me. Not my best moment there. It's not a fish, I promise. Whoa! Hey there, pal. Come on, you should bite it. That's a very pretty bass. Where are you going? He's not liking the idea of a worm. I'd love to hook into a good bass on this pole, but I won't do it if, especially if my line isn't going to be able to handle it. The fish got smarter, that's for sure. Let me switch up to rooster tail, a little bit of a different presentation. Making a couple more casts like this over here. And going to the other side of it. Holy shit. Holy shit. There's that bass. Oh, he swam right underneath it. I need to throw something that's going to get on his nerves, get him all aggressive. Yeah, these sunnies quit falling for the trick. Hey, welcome in. I may break off for just a sec. Maybe not technically break off. I may start throwing my shad wrap out here though. I'm starting to see more and more bass over here, so. Whoa! You are strong. Oh, nice little fellow over here. Little bluegill. I would personally say these guys are the piranhas of North America. They'll eat anything, and god damn are they vicious over it. I'd probably let you have that. It's a little too long. Nice little bluegill. Not a mega, but still a fish. All right, so we've probably got about half an hour left. So I'm probably gonna chuck some more corn in just a minute, because we're running out of time, and it'd be nice to get a good fish on the corn, at least before I go, so. Again, another one of my not good moments there. Whoops. Whoa. Did that last time, but when I actually hooked into a grass carp. Oh, that was worth it. Maybe I don't want to slide in for bluegill. I think that's the smallest fish of the day. This little guy here. Probably smallest fish of the day. I'm pretty sure he is. He would make good bass candy. Although, probably only good for a couple pound bass. And I'm not seeing couple pound bass. I'm seeing 1, maybe 2 pound bass. But there we go. Tiny little fish. Little baby guy. I love catching little baby fish sometimes. This size is always really fun, not on the ultralight, so. I'm probably gonna switch up here in a moment. Take this off and try something different. See if I can't catch one of the bass. Probably switch up to a small little swim bait or something. Whoa. I think that was probably a turtle. Turtle or bass. I just had a very big bass come out of nowhere and try and eat this guy. This little fella over here almost got eaten by a big bass. Would have been cool, but not sure if I want that kind of fight on my ultralight. That would be a little too exhilarating. We're kind of saving the grand prize for the koi or grass carp. But there's another little bluegill. Not a whole lot of mega-sized fish in here, but we were catching some good fish. I'm gonna pull this up, change the corn on there. First off, probably see if there even is anything on here anymore. Although, we'll probably switch up to a rooster tail because I'm seeing bass. Yeah, had a feeling. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on that hook. Either that was because of me fucking up, or turtle, bluegill, be anything like that. But let's see if we can't get whatever I am actually looking for that is in this pond, which is the pride and glory of why I'm out fishing here. So personally, everyone thinks bass. I'm not 100% a bass guy. Bass are great until they're not. They get kind of boring. They get a little too predictable after a while. What is fun, and what does get much larger than a bass, is grass carp. And that's what we're trying for. I'm gonna keep trying for grass carp. I'll end up dropping this. Probably over here. Just kind of straight out. No, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll just keep it here. Actually, we're gonna chum, and then we're gonna take the other pole. Get that situation figured out. Really? You know, if you guys end up swallowing the hooks, that's definitely on your guys' part, right? Stupids. Got ducks coming through. Personally, they are not the smartest animals in the world. Because if they end up deep-throating my hook, not only am I going to be unhappy, but so are they. So that could also be a problem. Yeah, shoot. Go away. I don't want you over here. On second thought, we're gonna actually move where this is at. It's actually somewhat deep right there. Sitting in some of these deeper parts. I also have no idea where the grass carp are today. So I really could be fishing the complete opposite side of the pond from where the grass carp are, and I'll never know it. Although this is where they've been every single time before I've come down here today. That is a humongous red ear sunfish. Let's not do that. Let's not slip and fall right on my face. Perfect. I think. Hopefully that's good to go. We're gonna see about catching another fish while we wait. And actually, particularly one of these big red ears. Holy. No offense, Ducks, but can you guys like go away? My pole, that was a fight. kind of bummed we haven't seen any of the grass carp out here. But I don't know. I mean, they really could be on the other side. We don't have any time to go over there, and it'd be like I make it over there and I fish for like 5 minutes and then I head out. But I'll need more time than that for grassies, so I don't know. We'll see if one pulls through.
How's it going? Do you live here?
No, I just...
Oh, okay, cool. No problem. I'm just doing an inspection. I just didn't know if anyone...
Oh, all right. It's not neighborhood pond fishing if it doesn't get all of a sudden really interesting with someone else coming around and being like, hey, do you live here? I wouldn't say so. I come down here enough to think that you probably could think I do live down here. I do not live down here. I drove 35 minutes to this neighborhood. Man. Come on. That would be really cool. And get a grass carp in these last 15 minutes. Back. I'm gonna make it a couple more casts, and then we're probably gonna switch up to the rooster tail for the last 10 minutes or so. And we'll see if we can't get something off of that. I changed up what the fish we're seeing. I think it's time for us to switch up to the rooster tail. That's what I'm gonna do now. Oh, nada. Can't get a single fish to bite on the hook and worm free lined anymore. So we'll switch it up. I'm tempted to get one of my other poles out and cast that just straight out. But I'm not sure. I would probably just go straight out towards the fountain. Not sure though. We've only got like 10 more minutes before I go, so probably be packing up here real soon. Maybe these grass carp are a little photo shy, or camera shy, or whatever you want to call it. They're not thinking about performing today. Maybe that's what it is. Screw it. We're upping it. We're upping it quite a ways now. That's what I've decided. We're doing the mini spoon. That's what I'm gonna do. Go grab. Ugh. Switching up to the mini spoon. That or either thinking mini spoon or mini crank. I'm not sure yet. Probably the great little shiny thing, works great for a trout. It's even got the one hook point. But one thing I have learned is what works great for trout also works great for we just got a beach ball that just ended up in here somehow. There is, I kid you not. Look at this. There is a floating beach ball in the pond. What is fishing if it's not interesting, you know? I guess that will definitely count as an interesting moment while out fishing. Cool. So we just ended up with what looks to be a beach ball in the pond. That is the first time that's actually happened to me, which for me to go this long without having it ever happen to me is remarkable. So, cool. The most interesting part about it is the fact that it's in the water and all, and there seems to be no one around to go grab it. So, before I go, I may hop in the water and go grab it. And it's also hot as hell, so I get two birds with one stone with it, which I probably shouldn't say, knowing I'm surrounded by ducks. But yeah, no. I never would have expected to suddenly have a damn volleyball in, or not volleyball, beach ball in Okay, so right now it seems highly unlikely that we're about to pull a grass carp out in 5 minutes, but I can't argue with that. That is funny. That's a good way to end this, really. Beach ball interrupting a good fishing session. Didn't catch much. We did get plenty of sunfish, though. I am gonna cast this around and see if we can't pull out a last-minute bass. We'll see what happens. Right over here. Whoa. I just got instantly snapped off by a 16-inch bass. Look at that. Gone. Dang it. Kind of bummed about that. Hold up. I was not expecting that to happen. I was not expecting to just get hammered by a bass like that. Saw him come up, he chased it down and just gulped it down. This is the first that has happened to me, I think, all year. That, I think, was about to be my biggest bass of the year as well. So, but that's kind of sad to think that, because it wasn't really all that big of a bass. So we are gonna tie on instead. He chased it down. He went full speed for it too, which was really cool to see. We're gonna do a rooster tail. This is very similar to what I was throwing. So maybe I can get another bass to come around and gulp this down. It was a big bass. For 4-pound test, that was gonna be a really fun fight. So it's really, really cool though to see more bass out of here. This is the only year that I have seen bass out of here. Every single time I've hooked into one, I've lost one. So I have currently still not caught a single bass out of this pond. But I don't know, maybe in these last couple minutes that changes and I get my first ever bass out of what I call this pond is the grass carp pond, but out of the grass carp pond. All right, I guess we'll see. You guys watch over the poles for me, I guess. Whoa, strong little hit from a little sunfish. Sunfish also seem to love rooster tails as well, so. Yep, I think so. It's all fun and games until like a 4-pound bass comes out and eats the rooster tail. I actually have no idea what the biggest bass is that's pulled out of this pond, out of these groups, out of the groups of ponds, this neighborhood. Yeah, I do know that one of these ponds does have tilapia. I may end up going out there for a short stream. Like, it'd be like 15 minutes, and then I set up another stream for grass carp. Because it will be a pain to keep the stream going as I'm walking over here with all of my 40 pounds of gear. So well, that was just a silly bounce. Unfortunately, I'll have to start packing up here in a sec. Hold up, y'all. That was turtle-like. That was a weird hit. Is it grass carp, or is this going to be a turtle? Although I will admit, if it was a grass carp, it was a very pathetic hit for a grass carp. So. Well, that's definitely not a fish. This is the biggest catch of the day, unfortunately. You went fishing? End up catching anything, or? Yeah, I definitely got something on that. That might be a turtle. Give it a sec. There's something hitting that. There's something hitting this closest one. I wonder if I'm able to reel into it. Although if it's a grass carp and he's just playing around, I'm not doing that. You could just be going. It's not the wind, because this is even with the wind. No bell rings on that, nothing. There's no wind going through when we were having that happen, so. I think I may have to go set the hook on that in a second. I'm gonna make one more cast with this before I kind of invest my time into trying to hook set on that. I have no idea what that was all about. Yeah, there's something hitting it. I think I try and set a hook on this in a moment. Minor problem is it's hitting so lightly. I mean, this is my lightweight pole. If we had something good on here, it's gonna pull. Really? Fuck away. Back off. My fish, not yours. Well, technically ducks aren't gonna be eating fish, but that was a good bob. This could be a turtle. That's what I'm starting to think it is. Whoa! I just lost it. You all didn't get to see it, but it was actually a very nice bass. On corn too, go figure. Unfortunately, I gotta start packing up, but that line is so frayed. There was something playing with that much longer than when that bass was there. That line is weak. I may have to retie tomorrow and come back out tomorrow in the morning, because I know that Wednesday and Thursday I might not be able to get out. Maybe I'll be able to get back out on Saturday and do a live stream. We'll see what happens. But I think today I just didn't come all that prepared. And so next time I'll end up bringing the real good stuff. I'll end up bringing out bread. Bread has worked 2 of the 3 times that I've come out here. And the fact that I just lost about a 3-pound bass on corn, though, is hysterical to me. If there's still corn on this, then I'm gonna cast this just straight out. And while I pack up, I'm gonna start bringing some of my stuff out back to my car. And this stuff will just sit out there. And I guess you guys will just have to let me know if a fish ended up coming along and biting, or if they didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna cast this back out. I'm gonna take the lightweight pole, cast that back out as well. Oh, there's a little dog outside. And then we'll see if I get back. When I get back, it's not an if. When I end up coming back here, if we end up getting a fish. But we're gonna cast this right there. Actually, that's not where I want it, but we'll do right there. My main worry is I end up hooking into a grass carp while I'm away. The son of a gun puts me in a snag. That happened last time I was out here. I finally made it to my ultralight, and the fish bolted off into a snag, and my line snapped off on it. Feeling this though, if I end up hooking onto a grass carp in this, oh, I'm gonna fucking cry. There's no shot. I will be playing that fish for 10-15 minutes or so. That's when all of you guys should come back around. That's when the real show will end up beginning. I'm fighting a 20-pound fish on weak 8-pound line. Severely weakened 8-pound line. That could get really interesting. Guess we will see what awaits us for when we get back. What I will say is I'm gonna make one more cast before I end up heading out. One more cast with the rooster tail for good luck, and then we will probably be on our way. I find it funny though how I have today seen more bass today out here in this pond more than any other day, which is pretty crazy to me. And then also, in addition, go figure, and I'm gonna be feeling that for a while, the loss of that 3-pound bass. But we're gonna make 1 or 2 more casts with this, and then we're gonna start packing up our stuff. And I don't know, maybe you guys can stay and watch the holes. You guys should let me know if I end up missing anything big. There's a smaller bass over here. The bass I just lost on corn was like 17 inches long and fat as hell. A lot of the other bass I'm seeing control the shallows is these guys are much smaller. Or maybe not much smaller in length, but they're not as fat. They're probably looking to prey on some of these easy blue. That's a fucking take. That was quick. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that bell on, because it's not a huge worry. Make one more cast with this. It is. Will you at least allow me to check the time? I do forget I do have an Apple Watch. I can just do it that way. All right. Well, because of this, I'm more nervous now to step away from my pole, especially knowing that was good take. Or not really takes, good hits. I don't want to leave it alone, then all of a sudden I get slammed. Like the minute I start walking away. I wonder if it's a bass again. That's what I'm thinking it is. I may be wrong. Take these. Oh shit. I didn't knock over the phone. You guys are able to see. I'll pull this that way. Alright, y'all gotta tell these fish not to bite too hard while I head out. Although those bites were pretty good, I may check it and see if there's still corn on there. And if there is still corn on there, then I think there's still corn on there. Never mind. That bell's jingling. There's probably still corn on there. So. All right. We'll be right back. No one. Make sure these poles don't go in the water. Guess that's all I've got to say. Although, of course, if it does end up in the water, I'm not going to blame y'all. It's not like, unfortunately, like you guys can do much. It is all me, just me, out here fishing. So, end up seeing if I can't catch something. All right, let's see. Let's hope that a fish takes it. Pull this up. I do not think that there is corn on here anymore. So. No way. I was right. There's no more corn on here. Although that line is not doing well. So. Seems like if I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna need more time so I can actually get the fish to start biting. So, pull up this one in a second. Y'all are being moved down to the ground for this. That's in there. Close up the corn. So seeing how much I've still got left, that's at least another day of carp fishing. So we'll see how this goes. But I wish. Well, reasonable, yeah, I wish. Ended up hooking into about a 3-pound bass out towards the middle though. Off of corn too. No, I wish just now. Like 15 minutes ago. I come out here for carp fishing though, so. I have come out here to this pond 5 times. This is now the 6th. And 3 of those times I have hooked into and proceeded to lose grass carp, so. And all 3 grass carp were double-digit pound fish. With, I think the biggest one being the first time around, it was like 25 pounds. Closest I've gotten was that first time, fishing right in the same exact spot, was able to get him right to the bank and then hook pulled out. Using a little bait hook about that tall, that wide. So the fact that I was able to keep it on for 10 minutes in the bite was even of itself impressive. So although I didn't have bread, if I had bread I would have chummed up the top of the water, easier to find the carp. Didn't bring any bread with me this time. I'll probably be back down here in a few days. And actually, this is the first time I think I've ever been down here and seen so many bass on one day. Seen 0 grass carp. Every single time before then I've seen grass carp. I'm pretty sure there's more at this point. Because I ended up... Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's how it went last time. There was like 2 really big ones over here. With the first one I hooked into, I got it on I think 12-pound mono, and then this last time I was down here before this time, I ended up hooking into one on this little thing, 8-pound test. Although I ended up snapping off once the fish got in the snag. But I find it fun though. I'm from Minnesota. You've got fish train, you can find me on fish train. But earlier this summer I caught a 9-pound sheep's head. Same pole, same little light pole. Not up where I live in Minnesota, but in which pond? This one.
The one further back is...
I've heard that one's good. I've never pulled anything out more than a bluegill and a red ear, so I don't know. I also spend more of my time down here anyway, either catching the tilapia or catching the carp, so. Well, anyway, I have to head out. Good luck. And same to you guys. Good luck, y'all.